Hello. I went to the farmer's market and also to this flower festival that they were having. And so at the farmer's market, I got 2 things of asparagus, and they're big things. And then I also got some lotion. This one is flavored citrus lemon. And then at the flower festival, I ended up getting, there was a lady who normally comes to the farmer's market. I ended up getting some stuff from her. She does a lot of like sauces and pickled stuff. And so I got a blackberry syrup from her and then a lavender syrup from her. And my idea was to put stuff in coffee or to put stuff in tea. But also, like, I feel like the blackberry one in particular would, like, go on things more. And, like, then on top of that, like, the lavender, I don't know. Like, I find all these recipes that I want to make that involve, like, lavender. But, like, I cannot find lavender anywhere, so I thought that lavender syrup would be a good idea as like a replacement. And then they had this coffee stand there that I tried, and it, like, even the medium was dark to me, and I feel like that's saying something. And so I ended up getting, they had this, like, I'm here sipping my lemonade. So good. I love that they gave me the big container. But I thought I would also like talk about some of the books that I have recently been reading, and then one that I also got on sale the other day. But this book is Never Lie, and I really liked this one. I did have to take a break from it just because I kind of got like bored with it for a little bit. But not so much the book. I think I just kind of needed a break from like the thriller, mystery, crime aspect of books. And this one also has a psychotherapist in it, or psychiatric. And I know I'm saying that word wrong. And like they go to the house, and it is and the person has passed away. And and it's just so like interesting because they're like having to like, they're learning about like the person's clients, and also like it's very interesting. I find that it's very interesting. I start to not like the husband, but that's also just a personal aspect. I'm very excited to read some of her other books. She seems to be very popular right now in the book world, and I'm very excited to read some of her other books to see, because I like that she kind of does like those twists and turns. And I think I rated that one 5 stars. And then I also read The Maidens. This one, like once I started it, man, I went through it pretty fast. I really like this one. There is a lot of Greek mythology in it, which is like, I know nothing about Greek mythology. I can tell you that was like a part of my like schooling that I just paid no attention to. I did not like that part of history, but I can ask. My boyfriend is a lot more skilled in history than I am. But this, she's a group therapist. And I love that, because I love that, like, she is so, like, she wants to figure out who the bad person is so bad that she, like, starts analyzing everything, trying to find all the pieces, and starts wanting to put the puzzle pieces together, and I love that. But then it's, like, the craziest part is the ending. the way it ends is what really gets me, because of the fact that it ends up totally not being who you thought it would be. So I've been really enjoying his books so far. I also read The Silent Patient, which I have talked about in another video, but so far I've been really loving his books. And then I'm currently reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I am flying through it. I just started it not maybe a day or two ago. I am flying through it. I am almost at 50% through. I like that, whereas like I feel like these books were like, they weren't like heavy reads, but they were kind of those books where like they were harder to get through. This one is like so easy to just fly through, but I also feel like it's more because it's like kind of has that more like young adult aspect, so it's like it's a lot easier to read through, and like because it's a teenager who is trying to figure it out, it just makes it more like easy to read and everything, whereas like when it's a group therapist or like the psychiatrist, it's like just so much more like it gets a lot heavier, because I think especially for me, because I have taken counseling classes, it's like I have that ability to kind of already know like, okay, like they're like not following these rules, or they're like really like this is why they're thinking like that. And so it's like I think I almost like start to think too much about the book, whereas this I'm able to just kind of like not think about it. I'm able to just read it, and it's more like an easy read compared to these where I start to like get way too into the book to the point where I almost am like wanting to analyze the character. And then I also got this book on sale the other day. The bookstore near us is having a 50% off. I actually would love to go and check out to see what other books they have, see if any of the others are on my list, but this is one that's on my Goodreads list. And this book basically is just like blindsided by her mother's sudden death and wrecked by a recent love affair. Casey Peabody has arrived in Cambridge, Massachusetts in the summer of 1997 without a plan. Her mail consists of wedding invitations and final notices from debt collectors, a former child prodigy. She now waits tables in Harvard Square and rents a tiny multi-room at the side of a garage where she worked on the novel she's been writing for 6 years. At 31, Casey is still clutching on to something nearly all her good old friends have. Let go of the determination to live a creative life. When she falls for two different men at the same time, her will fractures even more. And so, yeah, kind of has that like very interesting, triangle thing, it seems like, but I brought all the books for this series, so I want to get through this series first, but I really want to just, heck, if a book is going to be 50% off, why not get it? So, that is kind of like where I am with my books. I wish I was a faster reader like I was back when I was a kid, but I just I don't know. I also find that my favorite time to read is nighttime when I am like winding down. I have been reading this book some during the day, and then also was reading The Maiden some, but it was like those, I felt like I started getting so like I didn't want to put it down. I really want to know what's happening next, and I do feel like I'm starting to want to I also if it's a nice day, we'll sit outside and read, but I don't know. Sometimes it's like that. I just the easiest time for me to read right now is at night. But I'm honestly so tired, and it's only 11:42, and I still have so much to do today. And so that's a day. But honestly, like, that is all the fun stuff I have going on today. I still have to go to like a teaming thing today, and that's gonna be the rest of my day pretty much. So I'm gonna honestly get ready to have lunch, and then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do about dinner, because most of the time there is nothing for me as a vegan to eat there. Occasionally there might be, but this time they're doing dinner because we're having the meeting later. So I'm just kind of like, I want to just bring food just in case. I am either going to have lemon pasta because I have that for leftovers, or either I am going to take my frozen meal that I brought when I thought that the meeting was going to be at 9 something. So we will see. I, of course, just kind of started digging in, but for lunch this week, I made this like chickpea avocado spread, and it has green onions in it, cilantro, and it's so good. And then I just added some like spring mix and beef stick tomato on the sandwich. I love that the bread is local. I cannot get enough of the bread. It is so good. And then for a side, I've just been, I don't know why, I've just decided that I wanted some apples. So I've been working on using those up. I literally have been loving fruit lately. Just been really into like berries. Plus, now that the farmer's market is open, they have strawberries available, which are so much better. I did not get strawberries today, as you saw, but I just knew that this coming week I really wanted to use my banana bread that I made. And so I wanted to kind of focus on using that. And usually I like to put some peanut butter on top of the banana bread for some protein, or either do like a, you know, I also got the syrups, and I'm kind of thinking about like maybe like adding some syrup. So I don't know. I also tried a new recipe. This recipe was by Rainbow Plant Life. Every recipe I've tried by her, I love. I really want, she actually came out with a cookbook, and I really want to get it. It's like on my like list for birthday ideas. I really love her. She really gives you a lot of ideas to make like different things fun, and like especially like kind of figure out how to expand like when you meal prep and combine things, which I love. I really like her. And I've also been getting really into bacon, so I decided that like the banana bread would be a nice change from like oatmeal and yogurt. And so I also have like a couple of other like breads and different recipes that I want to try, like a hummingbird cake type recipe, and then like, I don't know, other ones too. So we're gonna dig into this. This like is such a mess. I decided that I was gonna just put some of the lemon pasta that I made for my dinner tonight. It's gonna be, so the lemon pasta is like a can of coconut milk, and then you also had to do like garlic, and I think you did like 2 lemons or something. It was a recipe I found on Pinterest. I actually really, sorry about the noise. I actually really enjoyed it. But what I didn't like is when you reheat it, it just isn't the same. Like, it doesn't have the same texture. You can add vegan parm to it. That's like the thing that's suggested. But I just did nutritional yeast because I didn't have vegan parm. And then because I wanted to add some like protein and like vegetables, I did some peas that I had left over in the freezer. And then I also did a bunch of edamame because I've been also in a edamame mood lately. And so I'm probably going to end up looking for more recipes with edamame. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely let me know.
Good morning. It is the next day. I am having coffee this morning because I did not get home until 10 o'clock, which I know for a lot of people out there that does not seem very late, but for me, it's very late. Sweet, sweet coffee. And I am definitely a girl who loves coffee, but loves tea too. And I also, it all depends on the mood and the time I go to sleep and all of that stuff, whether I like need to that extra boost in the morning. I Where I live, I can only find like beans of the 8 o'clock brand of coffee. I don't know why, because it just seems like you would have more options, but I just get really sick and tired of that brand after a while, and so I decided to get some coffee from the farmer's market. Plus, the guy can grind it specifically for the French press, and so this particular flavor is Bolivian Carvani, and it's supposed to kind of have a little bit of a chocolate flavor, and it is more on the medium side. And so I like it. It's good. It comes in the paper, and he always gets something different. Like, I mean, it feels like every time I like go in just to check it out, I don't buy coffee all the time from him just because it's a little bit more expensive. But I just needed a change. I needed something different. And it was like I just tried to like kind of cut a deal with him for buying like the 7 ounces, and then the other one I think was like 10 ounces. So I just got like more coffee and tried to like get a deal out of it. And then right now the creamer I'm using is this plant oat milk creamer, and it's French vanilla flavored. I I like it, but I do find that I prefer some of the other flavors that I've tried better, like the Chobani. I really love hazelnut creamer for some reason. That I feel like is my like favorite, but I like to also buy like the creamers that are on sale. So that's kind of where I tend to go. And that was the one on sale recently. So bottoms up. I will see you guys in a little bit for some breakfast. I'm gonna have some of that banana bread. I am just kind of chilling this morning until it's time to get ready for the day. But yeah, I I got home last night and was like, peace out. Like, I'm crashing. I like texted a couple of people that I knew like would want to know that I like made it home safely or whatever, and then I was like, I'm going. See ya. You can hear the water boiling in the background. I am making a second cup of coffee. We are going to add a little bit of this lavender syrup to my coffee. I'm not going to do very much. We're just going to do just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's perfect. If you look in the cup, it's like hardly any at all. So I just wanted to add a little bit of flavor because the coffee tastes really bitter right now, and I can't figure out if it's the creamer. I kind of feel like it's the creamer though, because I just don't. The creamer I was using before was the Chobani hazelnut creamer, which had so much more flavor. And this one is French vanilla oat milk. And I don't know. I'm realizing I don't like it as much. And I'm also working on heating up my banana bread. And I am going to add a little bit of peanut butter to it. And we are going to taste test it. I am currently using the Kirkland organic peanut butter. This is from Costco. I love it, and you can get 2 big containers. And it lasts me a good while. I will say I love me some peanut butter. So it doesn't always last very long. But this is probably my favorite brand of peanut butter right now. So we're going to just add a little bit for some protein. And then we're going to dig in. Alright, so we got the banana bread with some peanut butter on it. This is a first try of the banana bread. I have not made this recipe before. Very good. I like this banana bread better than other recipes I've tried because it actually stays like together better, whereas other recipes I've tried, it kind of just seems to crumble. So I definitely feel like this is a win, and I will probably make this one again. I personally love banana bread every now and then. I just need a change, and I feel like as I've gotten older, I just love trying to bake and try different things. So we're going to try the coffee with the lavender syrup in it. I did add some creamer because your girl can't do black coffee. So I definitely added some lavender syrup just to see if it would help with the bitterness. And if you have watched the video so far, you will have seen that I got some at the farmer's market, not at the farmer's market, at the flower festival. Actually, I really like this. So I've been super into those matcha lavender things that Starbucks has been selling. And this is really good. I like that it adds just enough sweetness but doesn't overdo it. So good. I am glad that I don't have to go to I only have to get maybe 3 things at the grocery store. So that makes me super thrilled. And then I am just gonna do my other stuff, that is just my normal stuff, going to church, lunch, all that fun stuff. So I'm definitely feeling more awake though, now that I've had some coffee. So that makes me happy too. Hey guys, I just wanted to pop in. I forgot to say bye, obviously, but also some of the footage was cut out because people were calling me during my time of filming. And so I just wanted to point out that when I was trying to talk about the coffee and how it was too bitter, I was saying that the lemonade was from this place called the Shark Lemonade. And so I just wanted to kind of point out that I do get cut off, and so it just kind of jumps right into the next thing. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say that. And also, thank you for watching, and don't forget to comment and subscribe. Bye!